job at the moment to get this 1970 Mustang convertible finished is to get these removable panels into paint. To do that, I'm just building a poly tent, a plastic tent, so it keeps the dust out with spray adhesive, just contact adhesive, sticks the plastic to the surfaces, tape the joints, and we just got to do a front curtain seam here now. That extractor fan, which is actually from an old Bouncy castle, is superb, and that vents, it filters and vents all the way up the side of my property and through a 5-inch pipe right up past the roof line, so it takes any fumes or smells right out of the way of harm. Nearly there. It's peeling off a little bit at the top, so that's going to tape. Made it a bit bigger than I should have because I've had to take the fender off just to be able to get to the GoPro. So the spray boot's all done. Well, I've got the trunk lid, the boot lid as we call it in the UK. The face is all prepped and in final primer, but the underside is still in its wash primer, etch primer, whatever you want to call it, red oxide after sandblasting. So I'm going to put that in now. So just giving it a sander key down with a 240 grit, get an airline off. One of the things some of you may notice with this is I've used seam sealer and gone around all the reveals. I did that on the hood as well. The reason being, when you're trying to block sand, flat sand the top face, the panel moves the whole time. And so wherever it hits, you tend to sand a low spot. You hit that, that sands off, all the other bits move down as you're sanding out the way. So you tend to get these low spots wherever it's touching the frame. So by fixing the skin to the frame more solidly, there's less chance of it moving. And it certainly speeds up trying to get a flat top surface. So that's why that's done. It also incredibly makes it sound nicer when you close it. So if anyone's got a 69 or 70 Mustang, any of the early ones, when you shut the hood it really does clang. I can't show you now as everything's loose, but when you shut it now it goes thud because it's all bonded as one. So you may notice that slight change, slight improvement. I'm not worried about the look, although I will paint it. So I'll just give that a wipe down, the tack cloth, so it's dust free, blow it over again and then move everything back in the tent, mix up some high build, thin it down so it goes smooth, and we'll get that in primer. Everything's on at the moment. The inlet fan is running, so you notice the plastic sheet's being pushed out. So as I'm working in the workshop around doing some sanding, final prep, that means the dust is being, in theory, kept out of the tent. But when I spray, I don't want overspray in the workshop. I don't want it going over the Mustang. So then I put on a big fan, which is top right of your screens, and then as the tent will go, suck in. So now it's drawing in air through the other fan, but it means any overspray would definitely be going up through the filters and out the vent rather than going into the workshop. So I'll put the fan on, you'll see it all suck in. Turned off that noisy fan, so you've got a nice negative pressure in here, so it should keep the workshop, the Mustang, free of overspray, and should work well. Let's get this paint mixed up, ready to put this primer on. Unfortunately the GoPro memory card filled up, so I carried on. So it's in primer now. You notice the colour, it's white primer, but we just added a bit of the base in with it. I find it just helps with the last coat of primer, smooth things out, find any imperfections. This frame's great, slide things along. So So that will all be it's all ready to be 600 wet sanded, and they're ready for paint. I can do those 3 pieces sprayed together, hopefully. So a few coats of base, and then a good layer of clear to give me plenty to colour sand back, flat and polish. So, progress. We're getting there. Oh, I need to clean my hands. It's disgusting. So the extractor fans worked well. As you see, that's been drawing out, venting right up at ceiling level. And down here is the inlet that's blowing in through another fan with a car air filter on the back. So that's blowing in cleaned air. That's my Alexa, just to show the time out between coats. You notice everything's just being sucked in, so we're just keeping a bit of negative pressure, even though I haven't sealed the door up properly at the moment, which is ideal because nothing's going out. And you notice as I was spraying, the air was staying clear. So the last thing you want is to be working in a cloud of overspray. So I'm pleased with that. Stay tuned, come again, see you soon.